is Sarah Thorne, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Thorne Ambulance Service. I work with my husband, who's the director, and we have a small child. Her name is Chloe. We participate with the National Kidney Foundation. We volunteer our ambulance services to the Kidney Walk. We also volunteer by walking and raising money to help fight kidney disease.
My name is Terry. I live and work in downtown Greenville. I'm a very active person. I've been hyper my whole life. I'm constantly doing gardening, biking, walking, hiking, just getting out and doing. I work with the public. I love people. I was born with a kidney disease, polycystic kidney disease. Did not know what that was in my 40s. Found out on a vacation in another country and it was like very shocked. I found out when I was 62 that I was going to need a kidney transplant. All my friends failed to be a candidate, and I did not want to be on a waiting list for 3 to 5 years. My life just is too busy for dialysis. So I decided to come to volunteer at the Kidney Walk. Took off on a Saturday. I never take off on Saturdays. And I knew that I had to go. I had to be proactive. I had to go out and find somebody and help. While I was there, one of my jobs was to give out bibs like a runaways with their number on it. But these would say recipient, donor, donor's family. And I said, where's the one that says kidney needed? And they said, we don't have one of those. Well, I flipped one of those over, took a pen and scratched on the back. Kidney needed, any blood type. I'm an AB positive. I can take from anybody. I'm very, very blessed. Pinned it on my back. Never gave it another thought. The fundraiser was a great event. We had great speakers. We had music. There was food. The weather was perfect. The lake at Furman is the ideal place for anything that's positive. Near the end, I was giving out T-shirts. That was part of my job then. And I'm just doing my T-shirt thing. Sarah and her daughter come walking up to me and say, how can I donate my kidney to you? Get me a pen! We exchanged phone numbers, we exchanged names, and I told her to contact MUSC, the Medical University of South Carolina. I'm thinking, this girl is on drugs. Don't know who she is, but she looks good, sounds good. Let's hope that it comes through. Sarah picked up from there because all I had to do was find a kidney. That was the easy part. Sarah's the hero. She's the donor. She went into her heart for me, not knowing me. Me being, I could be her mother. She just gave me her kidney.
As we were both at the Kidney Walk, we were both volunteering, and I saw that she was passing out T-shirts and she had a little placard on her back. So I immediately asked her, how do I donate my kidney to you? She thought I was kidding. I was not, but at that moment I really felt led to assist her in that way. I had never even thought about kidney donation. It was nothing that I had ever discussed with any of my family or friends. But at that moment I felt God tugging at my heart that you really need to help. You have 2 kidneys. You don't need both of them. So you might as well help someone that actually needs it. So my daughter and I went and found a piece of paper and a pen, and we gave Terry all of our information. And that night I went on the MUSC website and filled out the simple questionnaire about kidney donation and what your blood type was and submitted that. And then the next day, MUSC called me back and scheduled some appointments in order for the process to start taking place, getting blood work to see if we could be a match for the donation to take place. When I originally told my husband that I was thinking about donating, I just asked for his business card. He was at one of the tables at the Kidney Walk, and he asked why I needed it, and I said, well, I'm going to donate a kidney. And my husband, knowing my personality, handed me the card and said, whatever. But that's because he knows my personality. But once we talked about it a little more, he knows the importance of kidney donation. Because we are in the ambulance service, we are constantly encountering people that have end-stage renal disease and going through the struggles of dialysis and trying to help patients with that. So what a more fitting thing to do than to try to help someone with that disease that we are constantly aware of.
The process for my transplant started in late fall, early winter of 2011. I needed to be tested. My heart needed to be tested. My blood needed to be tested, and my kidneys were tested, my colon was tested, my skin was tested, my breasts were tested, everything was tested to make sure that I was healthy enough to receive, especially at my age of 61. My test took just a couple of months. I was on the kidney transplant list as of March 1st of 2012. The kidney walk happened in April, the last weekend in April, when I met Sarah. I went into the hospital, had surgery with Sarah, and I have had great results.
Whenever we met, I guess my process just started that night when I filled out the MUSC, and that was the very end of April. Within, I would say, a week, I went to the LabCorp, had my blood drawn, had to do a glucose test, a lot of blood tests just to make sure that we were a match. They don't necessarily need a perfect match anymore, but they wanted to make sure that our blood could sync together and work out. We went through that process. I had to be monitored for 24 hours for your blood pressure to make sure everything was good with that and that I was healthy enough to donate and that we were compatible. Once those results were back, that took only about, 4 days. Mm-hmm. They called and said everything was a match. We were good to go to MUSC. And that's, I guess, where the more extensive testing took place. We both met there and we went our separate ways for testing, but we were there both for 2 days. And that's when they do the scans of the kidneys to see which one of mine was functioning more. And then I kept the one that functioned more, which is at 51%. And then she received my left kidney, which was at 50% or 49%. And they did all the tests again to make sure I was healthy enough to give, and that they mixed our blood one more time to make sure we were good to go. And we waited then just another couple days for those results. So start to end, it was 30 days from when we met that we were in surgery, giving the kidney and her receiving the kidney.
Mm-hmm. Surgery day was early. It was a lot of waiting, a lot of hurry up, wait. I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning, no eating, expecting surgery at 8:30, ready to go. Sarah and her family were there. Sarah was waiting. Sarah would go in ahead of me, and once Sarah was, they were just about to remove her kidney, they would bring me in and get me ready so that they can do that transition almost instantly. Somebody had an emergency surgery, a liver became available, so I had to wait. Sarah had to wait. So we waited. I think it was around 12 o'clock they finally got us in.
Right.
Again, no eating, just waiting. Excited.
And patience is not either one of our virtues.
No.
Our kidneys work together because we are not patient people.
No.
Thus the 30 days for surgery.
Yes. Well, I went in, so it's waiting while Sarah was being prepped. I was just sitting in another bed just waiting. Sarah rode by. See you later, Sarah. Mm-hmm. Sarah went in. They took care of her. They took me in about 45 minutes later. I didn't see Sarah again until the next morning. They've had me in a room. I was up and out of the bed in 12 hours and ringing a bell, which they have. That's symbolic of people when they're out of bed. Me and my little urine bag would just, come on, let's go find something to do. Being hyper like I am, we went to visit Sarah.
And the surgery day was a little more rough for me. It was a long process of waiting, which is good because your mind is supposed to be at ease. And my daughter was able to visit me in a pre-op, so we got to laugh and watch cartoons. So she had a good time, and that kind of settled my nerves a little bit. But when we went in there, we had a great staff working on us. Mm-hmm. I can't say enough about MUSC. They really made the process much smoother than it could have been. Went into surgery. Surgery lasted about 4 hours. Is that about right? About 4 hours from the kidney exiting me and going into her. We requested that the doctor take pictures of my kidney before they went in. Our kidney, which is now. So that was exciting. Recovery was about 5 weeks long for me, but Terry was in my room dancing and walking, wanting to know why I wasn't up and excited as she was. But it is a little bit more extensive for the donor. The surgery is a little bit more intricate.
I thought it was relatively easy for the patient. I have no complaints. Fortunately, MUSC does have a fabulous team of doctors. and surgeons. And I was great. I was a happy girl. I had a new kidney, a 26-year-old kidney. You know, I feel that something we all need to do is take control, and if we need something, we need to reach out. If we put a face on what a health issue is, I think it makes it more genuine. I think that's why Sarah saw me and felt compelled to do it. I think if you go out and become proactive and let people know, let people want to help. There are a lot of good people that don't think about donating until they see you and what you need, and they can be there to help you.
I would like people to know that living organ donation is extremely important. Using cadaver organs, it's great, but it's the longevity of the organ is not as much as a living organ that is coming from you. The organ lasts longer, it's healthier, and the risk of it not working is a lot less. So I would encourage you, if you've thought about it or researched it at all, to look into that and be happy that that is something that will save someone's life for an extended amount of time.
I have a new family. Her family's wonderful. I have Sarah and her daughter and her husband.
My daughter runs to her and gives her hugs.
Yes. It's not just a kidney and it's not just life, which are both very, very important, but it's having so many wonderful people. And then to be able to share our story, because it is a miracle, and people find it hard to comprehend because it's so unique. But it's something that we don't have to be the only ones that have done this. Mm-hmm. You can do this. It's very easy to do this. We did it within a month. We have been very fortunate. We've had good
families and teams
support.
Working with us. The transplant team is amazing.
Yes.
That we worked with. So, that all brought us together in a way that we never thought that was possible within 30 days. So, it's very important to us to stay close and be able to extend our knowledge to other people.
And to help get more people involved, make more people aware, and hopefully have people donate some. You can do anything. I mean, even if you just spread the word, you can do the least little bit that can make the biggest difference. My life has greatly improved. I'm able to do biking. I was on the Swamp Rabbit Trail this morning, did 20 miles. I've been in my garden planting for the spring. My life is wonderful, and it's all because Sarah decided to do something for someone she didn't know.